It's the first ever official visit by a top Israeli diplomat to the United Arab Emirates. During his two-day trip, Israel's Foreign Minister Yair Lapid and his Emirati counterpart are expected to discuss a range of issues, the terms of an economic agreement, and the issue of Iran, which both countries view as a regional threat.
Israel wants peace with its neighbors, with all its neighbors. We aren't going anywhere. The Middle East is our home, and we are here to stay. So we call on all the countries of the region to recognize that and to come to talk to us.
Lapid inaugurated an Israeli embassy in Abu Dhabi and a consulate in Dubai, which he says have already been functional for 4.5 months. Last August, Israel normalized relations with the UAE and Bahrain with a U.S. brokered agreement dubbed the Abraham Accords. Following the deal, Israel and the UAE waived travel visa requirements to each other's citizens and made numerous other bilateral agreements. It was a major change of stance for the Gulf country, which, along with most other Arab states, has long refused to recognize Israel while its occupation of Palestine continues. In the occupied territories, Palestinians view the normalization as a stab in the back.
This normalization is a betrayal of the Palestinian cause. All Arab countries should join hands and cooperate in order to support the Palestinian people. The establishment of an embassy or consulate in any Arab country is considered a legitimization of the Israeli occupation.
I think that normalization policies of some Arab countries do not serve the Palestinian cause at all. As Gazans, we feel frustrated with these policies. What Israel is doing now in the Palestinian territories, especially in the Sheikh al-Jarrah neighborhood, should push the Emirates and other Arab countries to reconsider their relations with Israel.
The UAE says Israel agreed to stop its expansion of illegal settlements in Palestinian territory. But that expansion and the construction of new settlements has not slowed down, and more are being approved by Israeli courts. In the Silwan neighborhood of occupied East Jerusalem, Palestinian homes and shops are being demolished by Israeli forces. And on Tuesday, protests turned violent after Israeli police used tear gas and batons to push back protesting Palestinian residents, many of whom have lived there for more than 50 years. Rahul Radhakrishnan, TRT World.